And then more awkward moments for Obama at a LinkedIn town hall. An individual, a former Google employee who has been identified as Doug Edwards, he's the former consumer marketing head at Google, he stood and he actually asked the president to raise his taxes. And some people said this is clearly a plant. And of course, there is no evidence of that. But here's the video. Here's that in exchange.
Right in the back. Why not?
Thank you, Mr. President. I don't have a job, but that's because I've been lucky enough to live in Silicon Valley for a while and work for a small startup down the street here that did quite well. So I'm unemployed by choice. My question is, would you please raise my taxes? I would like very much to have the country to continue to invest in things like Pell Grants and infrastructure and job training programs that made it possible for me to get to where I am. And it kills me to see Congress not supporting the expiration of the tax cuts that have been benefiting so many of us for so long. I think that needs to change, and I hope that you'll stay strong in doing that.
Well, I appreciate it. What was the startup, by the way? You want to give me a little hint?
It's a search engine.
Okay. So you know what the conservative response to this was? The conservative response was, hey, rich guys, if you want to donate more money to the government in taxes, the U.S. government accepts contributions. You can just go online to pay.gov or email the Bureau of Public Debt and send them money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You can
somehow
do
I
that.
don't think that's going to solve our crisis.
Well, no, it's certainly not. But also it's the completely wrong way to go about it. I mean, I am actually not for raising taxes the way many liberals are. And we're going to get into this on the bonus show through talking about some other stuff. But I actually want low taxes. Given the choice, I would rather pay less than more. And in some areas now, I actually feel like my taxes are too high. I find them annoyingly high. But I don't look at it as just a number. I'm saying, what are we getting, right? What are we getting relative to what other countries also get as a result of their tax payments? And if we were spending less on defense and weapons and the military and replacing weapons that we bought and then never used, so they expired, and then we have to get new weapons again, we could be doing much more with the taxes that we currently pay. That's step one. Step two, though, is that this idea that if rich people want to donate more money to the government, they can pay more taxes. That's not going to solve anything, and it really circumvents the root of the issue, which is, well, I don't even know how to quantify the root. There's a number of different issues here, but if that's what it depends on, if it depends on people just sending in more money to the government, I guess people don't really care about supporting those programs, right? Because people aren't sending it in. People aren't choosing to send in the extra money.
Well, like you said, most would rather pay less taxes.
Certainly. So
would you send in money if you were sitting on millions and millions of dollars?
No, because I would assume that it's not going to go to anything I care about. I would assume it's going to go disproportionately towards defense spending and spending on wars, and that it's not actually going to help anyone or anything. Maybe someone would come to me and say, well, if you're reducing the debt by any amount, that essentially in the long run is going to help you. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. However, there's a separate issue here, which is it fair for people who make a ton of money to not pay their fair share through loopholes and through different advantages that they can take? And that's completely separate from send the government checks if you feel like it. It's a completely separate issue.
Absolutely. You make more, you have to pay more.